What a long day at school, man. Felt like it would never end. And I was so tired that, like, I couldn't even concentrate in class, you know? It's all my fault, though, because I spent the whole weekend just having a Bruce Lee marathon, watching all Bruce Lee movies. You know Bruce Lee, right? What? Huh? What's up? The king of Kung Fu. Man, that guy was an absolute genius. Man, I started watching Enter the Dragon, then I watched Fist of Fury 1, 2, and 3, of course, and then was 10 Tigers of Shaolin. You know, the rest is just a whole blur of awesomeness. Did I mention how awesome it was? You know? So a whole weekend sitting indoors, barely getting any sunlight, it just dropped my energy levels and my whole body was feeling neglected. And then it hit me. It hit me, the list. Learn Kung Fu. Now, not only is this gonna help me get my energy levels back on track, but it'll also help me try show Mbali my new moves, you know. Woo! Come here, Mbali. But now, if I want to learn Kung Fu, I need to fully immerse myself into the Kung Fu master, you know? I might even learn how to use chopsticks. I could be Daniel's son. I just need my Mr. Miyagi waxing off. My quest of becoming a Kung Fu legend starts with something simple like a cyber search. Martial arts. Whoa, wait a second. The crane, the eagle claw, the tiger, the snake. Sounds a bit too advanced for me. I need to find something a bit more basic. Uh-huh.
I started doing Kung Fu 6 months ago. Well, when I was younger, I used to do karate, and it interested me a lot, the whole physical aspect of it and the whole self-defense aspect of it. And I got injured, but then as I got older, I kind of missed the whole training myself and in self-defense. So then I found this dojo over here. The challenges are that it's very physical. You have to train yourself a lot. Even externally, that means even going to the gym, I have to prepare myself to come to Kung Fu. And I have to learn new moves, I have to become more stretched. And yeah, it's basically more discipline and pushing yourself to your limits. We've learned Gumbu, which involves your knee being over your toes, and basically having a good stance and having your back straight, your fists to the side. We've learned Mabu, which also involves going down a lot, having your feet straight, your back straight, and your fists to the side. And going also really low, but you have to stretch a lot to achieve that. And I've learned Shao Shibu, which is the cat, which involves bending your back leg and going on your toe in the front. You can do that. You can have your hands behind on your sides with your fists. Or you can have in this position here. To get fit, you have to exercise and push yourself. And Kung Fu has taught me to do that in a different level. It's not only about going to the gym now, it's also about learning some moves, learning self-defense. Eating right is very important. I mean, you shouldn't be eating, if you eat unhealthy things, you only see a bit of progress. That means coming to Kung Fu every day, pushing yourself physically, trying to do moves that you've never done before. I try and do my best. And I've linked that with every single thing I do in my life. I've linked that with my studying. I study more. I've linked that with my musical instruments. I practice more. And I've realized that the only way to get better is by actually pushing yourself and practicing more.
So I'm in it for the long haul if I want to match Bruce Lee's skills. And I'm all for dedication and discipline. It's just I need to change my whole mental outlook on everything. Like, these chopsticks. They need to feel me, not the other way around. They must feel my fist of fury. This is pretty hard, man. Wonder how the Karate Kid did it.
I think it originated, judging from films, I'm not sure of the date, but possibly in Beijing.
Somewhere in China. I'm not sure when. It was probably in one of the dynasty ages, like the Chan dynasty and all that.
In China. Somewhere with Asians.
I think it's China or Japan.
I didn't study Kung Fu, but I studied Taekwondo. It's from Korea, if I'm not mistaken.
Kung Fu, no, I don't know.
Well, my parents don't really like girls doing karate and stuff like that, although I'd love to. Like, I'm really interested.
Well, I had the option of doing Kung Fu, but I chose kickboxing, and that's probably why I didn't do Kung Fu.
I think Kung Fu is all about protection, like, just and exercises, to protect yourself.
My perception of what Kung Fu is, if I've got my information right, is it's almost like a martial arts technique. I don't know what it involves, but I think one of the other effects it has is the sounds. The ha, ha, ha.
It does teach you a lot about discipline and all that. You could get certain characteristics after studying Kung Fu.
Yes, I would. Actually, because of my size, right? I need to defend myself. There's a whole lot of crooks out there, but in reality, I would love to learn Kung Fu because I think it's like a nice ancient technique, and I would love to understand and know what it's about, and how to utilize it, for the goodness of mankind.
Yeah, I would, in terms of trying to protect myself and in terms of fitness.
And one thing I do know about Kung Fu is that it teaches that violence is not an option, and its main goal is to achieve and promote peace.
Well, I think, Kung Fu, like karate, Kung Fu, judo, all of these things have some kind of philosophy behind them. They kind of center you, they ground you, they teach you a lot about discipline, they teach you a lot about, mechanisms so that you can, defend yourself.
Self-respect, discipline, and self-confidence.
Sifu. 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 Sifu.
Push-ups, you're just holding this position, okay? Those who can push-ups, you go.
Well, I happened to find a really, really cool Kung Fu class. And such intensity. I mean, it's not easy finding physical, mental, and emotional balance. But I'm doing it, or at least trying to. See, the trick is to strengthen your muscles and let the chi flow through you. Yeah, I can feel it already.
Into relaxing position. I want you to take one lock, place it on your dantian, into relaxing position, and you're going to check this breathing. Get your feet right in. Good. Yes.
quest is reaching its dramatic climax. My cheese at its peak. And those chopsticks I tried with earlier on weren't quite agreeing with me, but I'll say that later. I think it's time to be a kung fu master or to meet one.
Make sure the palms are facing the sky. Come and sit down.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
If I can ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, you're welcome to.
Thank you. So I was wondering, why did you choose kung fu out of all the other martial arts?
Okay, I've been doing Kung Fu for about 18 years, and I've studied in China as well as locally under a Shaolin monk, and I just love the art. It's the most beautiful art, and it's a very well-rounded art. So there are two aspects to the Chinese martial arts. You've got the external, which is, we call it Gong Fu, okay? Westerners call it Kung Fu. And then there is the internal, which is the Tai Chi. So that's the slow-moving meditation.
What are the misconceptions that people have about it?
You know, the biggest misconception is that it is an aggressive martial art. And that is, it's so wrong to hold that idea that it is aggressive. And yes, it can be aggressive. Playing a game of chess could be aggressive. You know, it is what you bring to it. So if you are bringing aggression to it, sure, it's going to be aggressive, but it's not meant to be aggressive. It wasn't designed to be aggressive. The Gong Fu is designed with honor and integrity, and the way that it is presented is, it is presented with honor and integrity, and you would try and walk away from a situation before you would actually engage in a conflict situation. And it's actually quite beautiful because the ancient Gong Fu masters were masters of the Gong Fu as well as doctors. So if you break somebody's arm, you better be sure that you can heal that arm and that you can fix that arm. So Joe, are you interested in finding out the difference maybe between the Gong Fu and the Tai Chi? Because I can show you.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
please,
but you need to look the part, so I'm going to give you a t-shirt so you can start being a student of the Gong Fu.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I think this will be your size. I just showed you a couple of moves of the Chi Chu Chuan, which is the first basic form of the Gong Fu. I didn't do the whole form, I just put a couple of moves together out of the form, and I just put them together just to show you more or less, because I need you to see the difference between the Tai Chi and the Gong Fu. There are a number of different styles of Tai Chi, and I know a number of different styles, but we normally start with the Yang style just because it's easiest, and it's a contemporary form, so it's easy to learn. So we start off in the waiting stance. You empty the weight out of the back, because if you don't, then you're going to be moving all over the show. So we empty the weight into the front, and then you can pick up the back. Right, so it's your turn. And go. Step out. Very good. And back. Very good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, very good. So that's what Tai Chi is about, and it looks really easy, but it's actually not. Tai Chi is more difficult to learn than the Gong Fu. Thank you so much. Sheshe. Sheshe.
nice thing about Asian food is that they're using a lot of fresh ingredients, steamed rice as well, which is very healthy, and wok fried food, which is also a very healthy style of cooking. Shall we go have a look, see what my chefs are up to? So Joe, this is my head chef Pirate. He's from Thailand.
Yes.
How long have you been cooking for, Pirate?
10 years before.
10 years.
Yes.
What are you cooking for us today?
Today I want to cook pad Thai prawn.
Pad Thai prawn.
Yes.
Can you run us through the ingredients?
Yes. Okay. The first things, have the rice stick noodle, lemon juice, fish sauce, peanut.
Peanut, excellent
Yes.
source of protein.
And pad Thai sauce, leeks, egg, red pepper, tofu,
Tofu's always healthy.
red onion, get prawn, bean sprout,
Bean sprouts.
dry onion, last one, coriander and lemon.
So let's get started. The nice thing about cooking with a wok is you're using hot gas, so that the pan doesn't take long to heat up. Also, the cooking time is highly reduced.
I want to start now. The first thing, I put pan on the wok. I make pan little bit hot. After that, I put oil.
About 10 mils
Yes,
of oil.
yes, 10 ml oil, okay?
A nice toasted pan.
Make the pan hot first. After that, I put rice stick noodle.
So the noodles are cooked from fresh.
Yeah, cook them first.
All right.
Okay, after that, I put egg.
All right, 2 eggs.
Yeah, 2 eggs. And red onion.
Almost like a Thai omelet.
Yes.
The nice thing about wok cooking is everything goes into the same pan. You don't have to use separate dishes, it all gets cooked together, sealing in all the flavors.
Yeah, after that I put prawn. Yes. And pad Thai sauce.
What goes into a pad Thai sauce,
Yeah.
chef?
I have the ingredient pad Thai sauce. I have the plum sugar.
Plum sugar.
Okay, white sugar, tomato sauce, and tamarind.
Tamarind,
Yes.
interesting ingredient,
Yeah.
very Thai ingredient, tamarind.
Okay, after that I put peanut. Okay, and tofu. Okay. Put little bit next. Okay. Put little bit lemon juice.
Yeah. Fresh lemon juice.
Yes. Put little bit fish sauce.
With Thai cooking, there's 4 natural ingredients that are used. There's the sweet, the sour, the bitter. They enhance on those flavors. So they use fish sauce instead of salt and palm sugar instead of regular sugar.
Okay, last one finish. Okay.
Now we come to the plating.
Come to the breast. Yeah. Okay, and last one, I put garlic, dry onion on top.
Garnishing on top.
Yes.
Here we go, Joe. Fresh pad Thai prawn, a nice balanced meal with proteins. As you can see, fresh bean sprouts. You've got lemon juice in there as well. A meal fit for a Kung Fu legend. Thanks, Pirate. Thanks again for everything.
Okay, thank you so much.
Masterpiece.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe when the experts were telling me that the art of Kung Fu takes a little bit of time and patience, what they really meant was a lot of time and years of dedication. But right now, my body feels energized and my mind is so focused that I'm ready for just about anything that comes my way. And one would expect that In Kung Fu, people learn how to fight, but in actual fact, they learn how to avoid fights with incredible amount of self-discipline and respect of self and others. I can dig that. So, I've decided I will follow the wise ways of Kung Fu and stick to my list as well. In the meantime, see that? See that? The rest is just it's just a blur of awesomeness. Is that a plane? Oh, sorry, none of my business. As I saw them, somebody at the parking lot, and I saw I'm feeling great. I mean, everything. If I want to match the Bruce Lee skills, you know, my quest is reaching its dramatic peak. Forgot the lines. Jeez. Programma classic. Sing clear for now. Sing clear for now. Marangu SpongeBob. Spit my chopsticks. Hiya! Gong.